Hey basketball players, today I'm going to be giving you some of the easiest basketball moves that every single player needs to have in their game. We're going to start off with the hop step or the jump stop. This is a very super simple move that every single player needs to learn because it gives you so many different options. So the first option is obviously when you're driving towards the rim. Let's say you're driving down the side of the key and you have a player on your hip. You're going to be driving down. If you've got even a couple of inches on them closer to the rim than themselves, you can get down to close to the block. You can do a quick hop step in. Now that defensive player is stuck behind you and it's giving you an open basket. If they jump over top or try to block over your back, it's an over the back foul and they will then give you 2, maybe 1 free throws. And it basically makes your life so much easier. Now, another option or reason why I really like the hop step is because now you can do so many different moves from it. So for example, you could be starting on this side of the key. You could be driving from the wing or the corner down into the key. And you can be driving. You could get here. And because you've landed on 2 feet as technically your first step, technically your 0 step, if you want to think of it that way, if you were to catch that ball on your last hop step. So for example, if you were to go like this is still 0 steps. You can still go another 2 more steps after that. And if that's the case, if your defender's here, you could do a shot fake and then you could turn and go 1, 2, and then you could go up for that layup. So this move gives you so many different opportunities. Now, if you did attack the basket and then you picked it up like this, or if you went and picked it up and did this, now this would be classified as your first step. The reason why I say that is because now you picked up the ball and then you did that hop step. Now you only get 1 step. However, it's still very valuable because now you can take that shot fake and then you can still step through and go for that layup. So this is why the hop step and the jump stop are so valuable to every single player, and it's really not that hard to do. Now, another very simple move that every single player needs to learn is the jab step and the shot fake. Generally, this is one of the first moves that I teach players as a trainer, mainly because it gives you so many different opportunities when you're out on the perimeter or even down in the low post. So when it comes to a shot fake in the low post, you could do what's called an up and under, and I'll explain that to you a little bit later. But when you're out on the perimeter, where most players are going to be playing in the future, is going to be a jab fake, where now you're faking that you're going to be driving on that side, but in reality you can pick up that same foot, bring it over here, and then dribble towards the left side. You can do the same thing towards the left side and then bring it over and dribble. Now, when you take your first dribble off of a jab step, the biggest mistake that a lot of players do is they'll jab and then they'll go and pick it up and then they'll take their step. Or another mistake that they do is they'll do a jab step and then they'll move that foot. You don't want to do that. That's a travel. What you want to do is jab, keep that planted foot planted, because as soon as you lift it up and touch it back down to the ground again, it's going to be called a foul, or a travel. So you want to go and jab and then go and attack that side. Now you could get really complicated like Zion Williamson does with his jab step, where he will jab and then cross and then go. That's totally legal. A lot of players don't do that. I've only seen 1 player really do that, and that's Zion. That's why I just mentioned that, but it's still a really good move. Now with the shot fake, what you want to do is keep at least one of the feet planted. So on a good shot fake, you're going to go up for a shot, something that looks like you're going to shoot, and then you want to drive in that direction. But you really need to make sure that you know what foot is planted. So if you go, you catch here, you bring it over, your other right foot over, you do that shot fake, you would want to go either right with the right leg or left with the right leg. Because if you catch it on your left foot, you do that shot fake and then you go like this, that's a travel. So you don't want to do that. So even though these are simple moves, there's still a lot of complexities to them. And then, like I promised, the up and under. The up and under is very simple. You're gonna do a shot fake, you're gonna pivot and do that shot fake, and then you're gonna turn, and you can either go for that layup, or you can take a dribble and then the layup. Another simple move, an easy move that every single basketball player needs to know how to use is the simple crossover. Now, crossover is very simple. This is one of the first dribbling moves that we teach a player, and that is just very simply you cross the ball from your left hand to your right, and then vice versa, right to left. Very simple, but why is this even a move? Well, let me explain to you. There's a thing called a killer crossover, and you can turn that regular crossover into something that can break ankles. So what I mean by that is, very simply, you can jab your foot when you're dribbling in one direction. You can then cross over the ball over towards your left hand and continue going left. Even though this is a very simple crossover, all you're doing is jabbing that side and going back. You're going to be able to break ankles for one, but make that player think that you're going to go in that direction, but in reality, you're going the opposite direction. Now, I hope that this video has helped you, at least if you're a beginner, or if you're not a beginner, still gives you some ideas on some moves that you can do. If it has helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, go check out my vertical jump training book down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time.